What is going on, my stargazers? I know that you guys are doing good, and even if it may not seem like that right now, it doesn't mean that you're gonna always stay there. So I want to dive right in, my beautiful stargazers, my resilient souls. And resilient, I want to say, is going to be a key word. It's also about truth, and I'm also getting that. Okay, so think of it like this. I want to say for this message, it's going to be for anyone who's been going through a period of ongoing ups and downs. I'm getting betrayals. I'm getting loss. I'm getting a form of targeting, as far as people maybe like picking on you at work, whether it's like taking advantage of you. People are trying to push their limits, test their limits. I'm getting that you are going with everything, but you may be giving out too much of your energy, and it's like it is okay for you to say no. And even in the family, there needs to be a form of boundaries as well, as far as, yes, you can do something, or just communication. It's all about communication and saying whatever it is that you truly feel in a respectable way. But again, if something should happen, it also means that you don't stay there. But basically, you just go forward with communicating and knowing that you don't have to stay in a place that does not suit your higher needs, a place that does not allow you to be free. It's about you knowing right now that you need to check in with yourself. You need to stop listening to everything outside of you right now, is what I'm getting. Because there is distractions. I'm getting that you also want to do something, that you are wanting to create something. Or there's something that you want to go ahead and do, but it's like you don't have the funds, or you're finding a reason to go ahead and say why this will not work out, when you need to go ahead and just have faith. Release the expectation of what it is that you want to do, but of course go forward doing it. But if you keep hitting dead end after dead end, and you're not seeing that result, it's not saying to quit that part of what it is that you love to do, but it's saying maybe you need to find another road, or go at it at a side angle to still get you where you need to go. But it's about now knowing that if something is not giving you the results of what you want, you need to go ahead and try it at a different angle. Don't quit, don't stop, you keep going. But I'm also getting that you need to go ahead and really ground, because it's just, I want to say that there's a form of you who is wanting to give into temptation. A part of you is wanting to go ahead and have fun, live, and just maybe let loose, but it's just like you can't seem to have that moment. And it's just like you don't even have anyone to have that moment with, is what I want to say. But it's also saying that you can do these things on your own, that you don't need anybody. But it's also saying that you need to do things that are going to fulfill you, that make you happy. If you feel that you want to meet people, go do whatever it is that you want to do. Because when you do that, you're going to put yourself in a frequency of others who are doing whatever it is that you want to do. And that is how you meet people. Don't be scared to say hi. Say hi to people. Say, how are you? How are you doing? Make conversation, because many people are losing that ability. And it's also knowing that you need to check in 100% with yourself on the main important things in your life to go forward. Yes, you can click on other readings that are going to tell you, oh, this person is doing this behind your back. There's someone doing this and that. Or maybe this prediction came through. And I'm not saying that I'm the best or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you could always have fun doing those readings. But the readings can sometimes, if you're not in a good place of mind, you're seeking confirmation after confirmation. You're not allowing yourself to take the steps forward needed, because sometimes you may get those confirmations, but it doesn't end up happening to the full extent of whatever it is that you wanted. If that makes sense. There's a part of you now that really does not want to see confirmation. I don't know if you heard that, but a part of you does not want to see. I'm getting that for whoever this is going to resonate with. You just really want to be chosen. And it's just like, maybe you find a reason to be optimistic. Maybe you find gratitude in the things, and it's like you're doing everything right. You can't seem to meet a friend. You can't seem to find anyone who is able to connect with you. And you may feel like if you're the problem, and I'm not saying you're the problem, but it's just like maybe you're doing something in excessive and you're separating yourself, And if people fell away, if things didn't work out, if you were basically gonna go on a date and you were basically stood up, or even with family turning their back on you, it's about you knowing just to hold love, because that is my secret. No one has to say or do this, but I feel like when you have this ability, my job is to go ahead and tell you that it is about you going within yourself, that you have love and you forgive anyone who's done you wrong, because when you truly do that and you go ahead and wish them well for those who mean you ill will, you put a protection barrier around you. And it's about knowing that you have to be better, do better. Be the definition of an adult, because an adult is not just someone who is older, it is someone who does the right thing even when no one is looking. Someone who can have a debate but know when to pull back or not to pull back, or know that you don't have to have the last word, or know that if you have an opinion, that is fine and dandy, but there's a difference between having an opinion and just being cruel, being evil, being disrespectful. It is now a time for you guys, is what I'm getting, that you guys have so much power. For whoever finds this message, it is like you guys need to come out and do whatever it is that you need to do and create, because you are the secret weapon. You are the ones who hold patience, you hold empathy, you hold a Christ consciousness to say that, you know what, forgive these people truly, for they know not what they do. And it's about you knowing that you just have to be yourself and no longer care, because I'm getting that, I'm so sorry if I have to say it like this, but I'm getting that no one ever showed up. And that is the one thing that you wanted. You wanted someone to go ahead and let you know that you were cared for, that someone was going to be there for you, whether it be a friend, a lover, or something like that. But it was just constant denial. It was constant you doing the work. It was you constantly providing, or it was you constantly chasing. It was you who was always told to be quiet. So this is coming to me now in a lot of different scenarios, and I'm getting that you are so strong. And even though people may not tell you, you may not see it, it's about you knowing that, you know what, I am strong, because I have not changed. I have not allowed other people to persuade my way of living. I have not allowed other people to go ahead and dim my light. And granted, if you are alone, think of it like this: it is protection and it is sealment, but it is about knowing you can now go out and put yourself out there, but do it in the way that you love. Do not be scared no more. It's about facing fears, and it is about letting this past version of you that's maybe holding on to things, or a part of you that doesn't want to handle these truths that we don't want to face. But it is about you facing it now, because if not now, then when? And even if you may feel that you're alone, I know it feels very different, but if you're not on a spiritual journey and you're somehow watching this video, I want to let you know that you are divinely loved, and you are basically surrounded by a form of guides or angels. There's many names you could call, but they don't always appear in the way that we want, and sometimes they're appearing but you don't understand the signs that they're giving you, because you haven't really taken the time to see or to really hear. But once you learn to go ahead and calm down this storm, this thing of constantly thinking in your head, you will be able to see and listen. And you might think, oh, this is coincidence because I just got a sign, or how weird. And it's not knowing, and it's also about you knowing that you don't always have to get a sign, but when you get it, let that be your sign to know that, you know what, something is happening here. And I don't have to know all the answers to basically be happy with life. It's like, let the universe surprise you. Let God, the source, surprise you. Because if you're in a bad place right now, I want to say you are one of the most strongest souls, but it's also knowing not to victimize. And I'm not saying that in a wrong way. I'm just saying, don't put yourself in the scenario where it's like this happened to you, and it's like, now you do this, and it's like, whenever someone calls you out, you're like, no, I don't do that, because, well, if I did that, it was because of this. No, it's like, you need to put yourself in a stance of two wrongs don't make a right. And whether it be family, a loved one, friends, but you having to separate yourself from things that do not meet you where you are at, or things that do not serve your highest good, or if you're not ever being heard, because I'm really getting now that you just truly want someone to listen to you, someone to talk to. I don't know why, but I'm getting a motherly figure, and it's like this could be a mother and daughter, this could be a mother and son, or vice versa. Switch it around. This could be your dad and yourself. But it's just like maybe they don't know how to communicate, or it's just they're so much in a different world because they're a different generation. But it's like every time you try to talk, maybe you feel like no one hears you, or it's like yeah, we hear you, yeah, but no one's like really like grasping the conversation. And I want to say, if this resonates, you are that lineage breaker of the family. You are the curse breaker. And when you have often hard, those who have a hard life when they're growing up, you go through countless ordeals, I want to say is a correct word maybe, but you go through things and you still find a love and a gratitude that you have remained unchanged. But it's giving me a sense of you knowing that you deserve better. You know that there's something great calling you, but it's about you releasing that fear of you thinking that you're not deserving or that it can never happen. Because again, I like to say too that you don't have to have a degree or have anything to go ahead and get success in your life. There's also something that says it's also not what you know, it's who you know. And you just tell yourself, you know what, if it's meant to be, I'm going to meet all the right people that I need to, that are going to help me to go ahead and propel forward. But my job here right now is to help propel forward. And it's about you cutting off everything negative. It is about you knowing to listen to your instinct, listen to your intuition, because I guess if you want to say human race, but I don't consider myself human, like, in all honesty, but it's about you knowing that, you know what, there's so much things that we have that are powerful. You don't have to believe, but it's just like, allow your mindset to have an open mind. Because if you're so close-minded and you can't have an open mind, you are going to cheat yourself out of a form of manifestation, out of opportunities, because you want to be open to the universe. And I'm just getting that you've gone through it, but it's basically giving me that right now is a time of trial. And I want to say you're coming out of that, or you've already come out of that. But I'm getting now is the time to just go harder. Pick yourself up and start doing it. If you feel a lack of motivation, find a reason and find the will to just go forward. I'm hearing willpower. And nobody ever showed up. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but maybe you are meant to meet someone of a different level. Meant to meet someone who is whole. And you being on this journey has, if anything, should have shown you that, you know what, I am whole. Because look, I'm still alive. If I walked out of a relationship or someone walked away from me, I'm still alive, I'm breathing. Did it hurt me? Yes, absolutely. But was it beautiful? Absolutely. Were there goods and bads? Absolutely. It was an experience. And that is what you have to tell yourself, that, you know what, at least I got to experience this. Feeling the sun, feeling the air, hearing the birds, connecting, like stuff like that is one of the most things that people take for granted. We are all supposed to be in sync with the earth and connecting to one another. And the thing is, if you want to believe in God and say that, oh, we have free will in this, that you need to tell people how to live. No, it's about you walking your path, walking your truth on how to live. Judgment is not for you, it's for the Creator. And the thing is, it should all be about love, because considering where we're at, all the advancement, but we still cannot advance as a people. In my world, I believe in miracles. Miracles happen. I've seen things that I cannot explain. And I want to give you guys that gift to come into this world where I'm at. And it's not saying that you have to make a huge change or do all that. No, it's saying do what feels right to your heart. Take the little steps by, if you want to help the world with the recycling or that, do your part in your house or wherever you're walking. Do your little part too. If you see something, Pick it up. It hurts nothing. But when you do that, you don't know who is watching you, who is looking at you, and it's like, wow, this person did that, and you inspire them to be like, you know what, I am going to do that too. Hence, you're sparking a spark to show that, you know what, not everyone out there is what people say are ugly or rude. It's like, no, goodness is still there. But if you choose to put yourself in a frequency as far as aligning yourself with news sources that only say a part of the story, and it's like, again, do your research, but listen to the truth of multiple resources or a trusted source. But I'm just saying, don't go based on the negativity, because when you're going based on the negativity, you're going to call that. So if you can think of all this negative stuff and feel that that's always happening for you, why can't you give yourself a chance to build the momentum to think in the good, to believe in all the best? So let's go ahead and dive in, guys. That was our channel message. Green, white. So I'm getting, there's a purity about you. So regardless if you've done things, and I'm not saying that you haven't partied or you've never been a bad girl, bad boy, but we have the Empress right here. So I'm going to leave that one out. And I'm getting right now, this is the feminine, is the dark, the moon. Right now, it may be like you're in a powerful moment. You've leveled up, and it may not seem like that right now. But it's just like you really have the power to really manifest. So ground yourself. Put yourself in nature. Listen. Calm down your mind. Listen to your intuition. But be the nurturer to yourself. Be the healer for yourself. Because a woman, the Empress, it's not saying that this reading is only for females. No, it's saying that even males have feminine and masculine. We're both energies. And it's not saying that if you have the feminine energy that you have to go ahead and be like, oh, very femme. No, it's about saying that, you know what, I can nurture myself. I can check in on myself. I can love myself. So yeah, with the Empress, guys, it's about you now coming into a form of you at least know that you're royal. And what is royalty? Royalty is knowing that you're not above no one. Royalty is helping others to awaken and to realize that, you know what, you too are royalty. And when you've had nothing but ups and downs, and it may feel like everything is against you, I say that you guys are powerful souls, because the ones who go through things often, things like that happen, in my opinion, are meant to hopefully happen to awaken you to where you finally are going to speak up, to where you're going to realize, no, this isn't it. And if I'm not happy in something, let me go ahead and do things the right, correct, and honest way. Because if you do things in a negative way, it will not keep you there, and you will not go forward, or it will not last. Because it's not up to me to say when you get karma. That is basically going to happen when it's least expected. And I'm also hearing dharma, which I think is good. Basically, love to the end, guys.
When I met Chris,
So I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 more cards, and let's see. I'm getting... Okay. We have 2 cards here. We have Judgment to the side. I'm going to put it upward. We also have the 2 of Pentacles to the side. So with Judgment, it's coming through. And I said karma, and I did say that it's like, what you give is now going to come back to you. And I want to say that if you have gone through a thing of an uneven, trying to find balance, and it's like you still feel like you are having a hard time, and you feel that you are still making progress, but it just doesn't seem that way, or you just feel like there's no breakthroughs, keep in faith, because it's not what it seems. Confirmation. But he said no. So let's see. Let me get one more, please. Okay. We have the 4 of Pentacles. You're coming into your power. You are rising. And for the 2 of Pentacles going to the 4 of Pentacles, it's just like you may have felt like you went down, but it's just like, no, it's the reversal. It's like you're going up now, baby. And even if you ever had any type of setback in life, remember that the pullback is often what propels you forward. It's how you see it, guys. So yes, my name is Adrian Page. I am a channeler. I do a lot of things. I do this in my hometown. Hey, imagine. But no, I guess what I'm saying is if I do talk fast or I stutter or I look everywhere, that's just something that happens for me. I am brand new to doing this channel on YouTube or that, but I have done this for a living and I've been very successful at it. Whenever I do my videos, there's always something that happens or there's always just confirmations, and I promise you, you will see a difference in your world if you allow me to be the one to guide you. But it's not saying that follow my voice. It's not saying to do what I'm telling you to do. It's about me telling you whatever you are searching for, it starts within you, going within yourself. My job is to lead you to yourself and to know that to go searching, but don't do it because you're being told. Do it because it is something that is calling to you. And I want you guys to know that, you know what? When everything seems like it's against you, or you're the underdog, or you feel that your life is not worth living, but you want to provide to others or your family to have a good life for them, I'm hearing that's beautiful. But you need to go ahead and love yourself, because you yourself are deserving of that abundance. It is your birthright, but it is you knowing that, you know what, I don't want to do anything for anyone else, not in a negative way, but I want to be successful for myself. I want to have love for myself because I have a love for myself. And when I do that, that's when everything falls together, because you do it because you know that you are here for a purpose and that you are walking in purpose. I want to say, whatever you're going to do, you may have felt like it was not going to come to fruition, but I'm also hearing that whatever you think that you want to do, it's going to happen in a different way, but still in that type of area of whatever it is that you're doing. I want to say your main objective right here with the color red is to basically sit, to ground, to balance yourself. The root chakra, you're at a new foundation. And I'm also getting that you maybe have looked up or you've prayed and you've cried, but I'm not getting that it was because why me, or I'm getting someone who is saying thank you because, you know what, I'm at least having this realization. And although I may not think I made the progress, it's like I am making the progress as far as discovering who I am. I am making the progress as far as loving myself. And I now know that it was easier said than it was done. But you know what? I am now getting it. And that is the key. You are the key. So even if someone is trying to spy, or someone is trying to watch out, or you want to see things like that, I'm not saying that that's wrong to go find tarot readings on that, but right now this reading is coming in for those who need to put themselves first. Concentrate, ground, and focus on whatever it is that you want to birth, because it's in your favor to go ahead and do so now. Now's your chance to make it happen. Bottom of the deck is 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom of the deck is the 5 of Wands, and it's like I said, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of arguments, people will be coming against you, but you stand tall, and it's about you standing in your throne and your power. And it's not saying be disrespectful, but you don't even have to tell anyone, don't talk to me that way, or don't go, like, you just walk away, and in a calm manner you say, I'm not going to have this conversation until you talk to me correctly. Boom. But yeah, StarGazers, this is about you, and knowing that if no one showed up, you're meant to be that gift for yourself. And that thing that you lacked, you're meant to be that very gift for others. And again, I'm not saying that nothing is coming in or that no one was going to come in, but I'm just saying that you have to go on right now. Don't waste time waiting for someone to save you. Don't go looking for someone to help you out. It's like, You help yourself out. I know you guys can do it because I'm doing it too, guys. And I have faith and I don't need to see things to believe. But I know that everything is going to work out. If you're in this collective specifically, you're not 1 in a million. You're not 1 in a billion. You're 1% in the universe. I want to say a movement. This is going to be... You guys are the innovators for this group. I want to say you guys are going to be the speakers who change opinions. You are the ones who are going to awaken the Christ consciousness. You are the ones who are going to switch opinions to doing and viewing things in the good of the whole collective, not just like a certain groups. It's just like looking out for those, and not even looking out for those. I'm talking to people who even speak up for those who cannot speak up for themselves, which is the animals. And the reality is, the definition of a sin was not about doing things or like eating seashells or homosexuality or whatever the sins are. The sin in Hebrew, if I'm correct, the actual definition was separating one from the earth, basically getting off of sync. That is the sin. When you're so on technology, people are not grounding, people are not connecting with the earth, that is the sin. And again, believe it or not, but go search. Because in this collective, the blindfold has been removed. The illusion has shattered. I just know that if you may feel like you're going through it, I want to say for this collective, with the number 444, you could be seeing 444. You are protected, you are sealed. But don't just go ahead and say it. Say it, but see it, believe it, that it is done. So as always, StarGazers, you are worthy, you are deserving, and you are so much more than you know. But have faith in yourself. You don't need anyone to cheer you on. You don't need anyone to go ahead and back you up. You just go ahead and you go forward. Even if you're alone and you don't know what it holds, the only way forward is basically just not staying in a box, but going forward and having trust and saying, you know, I don't know what is there. And I am okay if something should happen, and I'm okay if nothing happens. But it's about you having to be okay with that and walking in, because when you become okay with that, you activate a frequency that's saying, now they get it. And this whole part of me saying that, oh, I'm okay if something happens or something doesn't happen, doesn't mean that nothing's going to happen. It means that you are understanding that everything that you lacked or that you needed was not something that was going to go ahead and take away your life or make you feel that you were less than. It was about you coming to realize that, you know what, I am whole, I'm alive. I can change my life for the better. Love to the end, my StarGazers. My name is Adrian Page. And remember, God has enough for everyone. Dios tiene para todos.